guys, welcome, Hani here again, and we are back this time with this game called Supposedly Wonderful Future. Supposedly Wonderful Future. That's that's the correct name. So let's begin. Have you ever imagined a day like this would come? You know, I probably have. I tend to wonder about all kinds of crazy stuff. The power of imagination, huh? Too bad I can't feel the things anymore. I'm just a sad and tired old man, a lonely failure at the top of the world. Is there anything I can do to make you reconsider? No, let's finish this. Prologue, an unlikely visitor. Interesting. Wednesday, July 18. Okay. Not your favorite way to start a story. The exact date is rarely that important. It's just a convention, you know, an arbitrary system made up by humans to count the Earth's rotations. Still, they say you have to understand your place in time and space. Then again, they say a lot of pretentious things, and usually you can't even tell for sure who the heck they are supposed to be. Regardless, the day is young, so you decide to go with the flow and proceed into the office. The sun is shining shamelessly through the window, no doubt on its evil quest to sneak UV radiation past the ozone layer again. You take a look around, slowly acknowledging the environment that didn't even exist 6 months ago, but already feels comfortably familiar. Your own business. No bosses, no rules, no bureaucracy. Only projects to use your skills on, and real clients to make happy. It's a tiny company, of course. Just two programmer fans who decide to go official. Nothing special. Thousands of people try to do the same thing all around the world. Still, even more people would call it crazy, too risky, they'd say. No guarantee of success, no clear way to rise above the competition, and dozens of ways to go bankrupt. They would prefer the illusion of secure employment, with crippling bureaucracy, pointless rules, and no sense of meaningless impact whatsoever, even if they hate it much as the next guy. And you are a long way from proving those folks wrong, but you haven't proven them right either. The clients are coming. The clients are satisfied, enough to keep you busy, and enough to keep you happy with your bank account. The clients have grand plans, and they trust you will turn them into reality. Perhaps this is how good life decisions should look like. Daring enough to feel crazy, yet logical enough to be real. They say you need to step out of your comfort zone, but you don't have to do it every day. That's the thing about zones. Wherever you leave one, you very quickly find yourself inside another. Today, you can embrace a routine and keep making the new zone more comfy. As you look around, you notice the familiar blinking of the phone on your desk. It seems like Samuel, your fearless partner in crime, has left you a message. You should probably check it out and if you're done admiring the surroundings. Okay, where should I look? To the T? Okay. I understand. The places you can touch or verify are blinking. It's 2018 and bookshelves are used for anything but books. Whoa! Video call with Mitch, e-learning stuff demo, video call with Mitch again, most likely, meeting with, cool. The definitive guide to Screw, the rules of the game. Okay. Can I play darts? Oh. Well, could have been better. Could have been worse. Hey, that's actually not bad. Bingo! This must be a lucky streak. Or maybe not. Okay. Let's just stop. You have 3 new messages. Play the first one. Play the message from today. It's the first one. Hi Mike, this is Andy from Gene T. I checked things with the higher ups yesterday and apparently EA 7 support is a must. And yes, I'm going to say it out loud so you don't have to. We are the dinosaurs. Our OS is hopelessly outdated and we can't even install applications without triggering a bureaucracy nightmare. I was hoping until the very end that our case might warrant an exception. It's a visualization system for heaven's sake, but they said no, and there's is nothing I can do about it. Hopefully this will change as our cooperation bears fruit, but for now I'm sorry to drop more work on you so close to launch. Let me know how it goes in a couple of days, okay? Play the second message. Michael, this is Mitch. I think we need to make some design changes to the customer feedback form. The fields are a bit too wide and the font just doesn't feel right. Also, will it be possible to change our calculation results as displayed? Especially I'd like all extra chunks to appear on the same page rather than in pop-ups. I know there's not enough space, but maybe refresher in a bit. Please let me know ASAP. And the last message. Hey dude, so I spent last night talking with XPRT guys and expertise guys and looks quite promising. They don't have any deadlines in mind yet and definitely worry more about quality than speed, which is just the way you like it. I have emailed you the details. Might be hard to juggle both these and GT, but hey, too much work is better than not work at all. Don't worry about my part. I'm gonna code it till I drop. Speaking of parts, can you give me a raise? Yeah, I know, we manage our own raises, just trying to give you a proper boss experience in preparation for our inevitable world-conquering expansion. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. Sam out. Leave. Oh. Who is this? Oh, you opened the door to find a woman standing in your doorstep. She seems agitated and a little out of breath, with tiny beads of sweat showing up on her forehead. She looks at you and immediately lets out a sign of relief. Morning, Mr. Morton. Phew! I'm so glad I have finally found you. Sure. It was pretty maddening for a moment. A labyrinth of back alleys and weird intersections. Our records must have been wrong. I had no idea where I was going. I'm sorry, but do I know you? Well, ship rent has its drawbacks. Records can be unreliable like that. I know, but I thought we accounted for that and oh, well, this is awkward. That's not how I should have started at all, is it? How do I know? You can try to start again if you want. I'm sorry about that, Mr. Morton. You are Michael D. Morton, aren't you? Yes. The thing is, I have a proposition for you, and I believe you'll find it most interesting. Can I have a moment of your time to discuss it? My name is Jackie, by the way. Sure thing, Jackie, here, have a seat. Very well, come on in. A brief moment, perhaps, but go on, come on. Come in, can't have you standing in the front, can you? Sure thing. The woman takes a place on our couch as offered. Overall, it looks like she's managed to regain her composure. So, it seems we don't even know who she is, right? Can I get you something to drink? So, what can I do for you? We have 15 seconds, 15 minutes. Yeah, time is counting. No, that's quite alright. Thank you. I do apologize for the sudden visit. Simply showing up on your doorstep is not how proper business negotiations should start, but my circumstances are quite restricting. You don't have to worry about corporate etiquette here, Jackie. We are a small company, we are flexible, and we concentrate on what matters. If you say so. Apology accepted. Thanks, that's very kind of you. Let's get right to it then. I'd like to offer you a job. Offer me a job? Ah well, I appreciate you coming to us, but unfortunately we are already at full capacity. Perhaps a couple of months down the road might suit you. Offer me a job? Oh no, not a job for your company, Mr. Martin, a job for you as a person. But I already have a job. That's kind of the reason why I'm in this office to begin with. You do realize that I work for myself full time, right? Do you plan on convincing me to shut down my business? Because that's not happening, no matter what you say. But I already have a job. You can do both. The job specifics make it a very special case. Besides, it's useful to have a fallback plan, even if the main plan is working flawlessly. I suppose it won't hurt. Yeah, you can proceed with the sales pitch. Alright, I'll amore you. But be warned, there's a very little chance of me getting interested. Yeah, you can proceed with the sales pitch. No. Thank you. Now, Mr. Martin, the offer I'm about to give involves thinking about rather unusual things. Things that might sound unbelievable at first, so here's the general plan I'd like to propose. First, I'll make a far-reaching claim, then we'll talk about it in more details. You are free to ask any questions to determine whether the said claim is true or not. In fact, I'd like you to. Then you get to decide if it's actually true. Does it sound like something you could spend a little bit of your time on? Just say what you need to. Splendid, Mr. Martin. I come from the future. Okay, keep going. What? That's ridiculous. Finally, where have you been all this time? You mean you have been expecting me? Well, wasn't. I'm sure any other long-term solution is pretty much ruled out by now. Solution to what? Evil computers, nuclear warfare, global pandemics. Gamma ray bursts, usual stuff. Endangered species. That's stuff we take care about thoroughly. Who knows? I'm sure. I don't understand. Our calculation should have. Oh, right. I didn't see that coming. That's a good one, Mr. Moran. Thank you, but please do continue. Of course. I work for a company called Life Plus, one of the leading experts in all things technological. Barely an hour ago, I traveled 30 years back in time because our scientists recently, and quite unexpectedly to everyone but themselves, might I add, cracked the secret to time traveling. This is the first field test, and you are our first contact. The job I am offering involves coming back with me to year 2048. We're working together on a special project. Alright, Jackie, one thing at a time. Tell me about your future. What kind of special project are we talking about? You'll have to solve a series of problems with no possibility to turn back halfway through. It will be a mutual beneficial experience. You will learn about our society as you work on them. That's rather vague. How many problems? How long it will take? When do you want me to start? When do you want me to start? Right after we finish this conversation, we can be in... Well, why the hurry? You have all the time in the world if you can travel it. It's not that simple. Every altering of the past requires a lot of preparation and calculations. More time spent between our offer and your decision means more altering, and I'm afraid that's not something we can afford. It's just a limitation of our unique situation. many problems. 5. Each taking a single day. The logistics are already planned and everything is ready for you. 5 days of your time is all you need. Not turning back. I can assure that every problem will be perfectly solvable by a man of your skills, but I also cannot describe them in more detail. It is something you will have to see with your own eyes. Why would you need someone from the past to solve your problems? 2 words, outsider's perspective. You're not part of our society, therefore you do not possess our dispositions and are completely free from bias. We believe this quality is important enough to justify the entire volunteered scheme. That's rather. And how exactly do you expect me to solve them? Mostly with your mind, Mr. Moran. A human mind is an extremely valuable asset, even 30 years down the road. And when it ends, well, there are 2 options. 1, you can come back here and return to your daily life. Everything will remain the same, except yourself. We can't offer you any financial incentive, but on every other count, it will be a life-changing experience, as you might imagine. And the other, you get to stay. You can join in the future, where science is stronger, society is better, and you can live as much as longer and happier life. Why are you interested in me, exactly? Because we want you to join us. We want to share our bright future with people from the past who worked so hard to make it possible. This is our way to use time traveling for the greater good. We honed previous generation that much. Still, why me and the other guy? What's cool? In this case, we'll carry on to some other guy once your integration into our society is over. And then to yet another guy. It's a long-term project, but it's also a very resource-demanding project, so we need to do it carefully and 1 person at a time. You're the first. How come I'm the first? Consider it winning a lottery. Highly unlikely, but statistically possible event. So I'm officially the chosen one. You're the chosen one, to be precise, one of the group. Certainly, in this case, soon you go. It will cause ripples, but not necessarily in a profound way. The degree of uncertainty depends on the person in question. Pulling you out won't change too much. That's why you are a suitable candidate. Well, I don't feel like an insignificant speck right now. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way. You do affect the world around you, of course. Everyone does. I just wanted to say it'd be safe for you. Make a different turn. You can, that's the whole point. An advanced computer can build a mathematical model of an incredible complex situation. In this case, you only go more than 30 years back. I'm 29. You won't. Excuse me? You are no longer alive in... Well, yeah, that's... Time traveling is the only way for you to reach it, I'm sorry. You mean I died earlier? Oh, when? I can't tell you any details. Giving information about your future life isn't safe. Whoa, dude, just don't survive. Whoa. That's harsh. Now wait a second, lady. You can't drop a bomb like this and expect me to ignore it. I know, but that's kind of an important part of the story, don't you think? Were you even going to tell me? I'm sure you were going to ask, precisely because it's so important. And safe? How can you know that? The future isn't written yet. No, but some events are more persistent than others. Even if you remove the cause, something else will trigger them, as if the universe gravitates towards it. Your death appears to be one of those events. I'm not sure how to react to that. You don't have to react at all. Just take it into consideration when giving your final answer. Well then. Yes, tell me about your future. It's pretty awesome. No nuclear apocalypse. Forgive my skepticism. But you're clearly an interested part here. True, but I honestly speak my mind here. The world has become better where it counts. Regional conflicts and global tensions are solved in peaceful ways. Economic inequality has been reduced greatly. High school level education is available for everyone. Child mortality and poverty are essentially rare. The entire world has access to clean water, vaccination, and other necessities. Oh, that's cool. Any flying cars yet? No, but we have had some amazing technological breakthroughs as well. For example, there is a matter of us not aging anymore. What? Sorry? Well, there is this medical procedure called cells and tissue renewal process, or just renewal, or whatever you want to call it. If you go through it, you stop aging for 10 years. After that, you can do it again, so it's possible to never get old. And if you don't get old, your risk of age-related illnesses is reduced accordingly. Was that a fancy way to say life forever? You can use that term if you like, yes. It's definitely the closest we have ever been to immortality. That is crazy awesome. It is true, even if it may sound like a wild fantasy, and there is no need to go searching for examples. I myself am 61 years old, though I suppose there's no way I can prove it to you right here and now. But that changes everything. How does that even work? No, it's a bit more complicated. You have to go through some injections, treatments and diagnostics for a couple of days. I think it's supposed to clear our body accumulated waste, though I'm not the best person to explain the science behind it, but it works. The best minds of the planet made sure of that. But that changes everything, literally everything. It will eventually. At the moment, however, most of the consequences are yet to come. It's been 15 years since the first successful trial, and much less since the renewal became commonly available, so people are still processing the idea. You don't have to worry about our society being too different from yours. I still have a few more questions. Alright, let me summarize this. Yes, you come from the future and it's hilariously terrific. I'm supposed to die earlier, but you can't change that by taking me to live in... Yeah, and all I have to do in return is to solve some kind of problems that you refuse to describe in more detail because it's supposed to be a surprise. That's a very good summary, yes. And if you're not joking, this is not a prank, you're not just messing with my head for the sake of it, no. And if I refuse now, you will leave and I'll never see you again. Yes, we won't bother you anymore. Well, in that case, yes, I don't really have a choice if I say no. Fantastic! Shall we go then? Let's see how it goes from now on. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm just still trying to see where this goes. I don't know where this goes. So I'm kind of trying to figure it out by myself before seeing it, of course. Thank you guys again so much for watching. See you next time. Peace out.